It just occurred to me I just played the wrong intro.
Yep.
It is totally wrong intro, and I can't find a new intro.
Oh well, here we are.
Just
go with it.
Yeah. All right, guys. I don't know what happened.
Happy Thursday.
Yeah. Well, now I'm just like, okay, what happened to this thing here? I lost my commercial. Huh. Anyway, hey, this is Rob Scribner, and welcome to RangerRob Country Living Podcast, where we can't operate the software with a hoot. So, and today we're going to talk about winter projects and what we've done. Some of us have done, unlike Rob here, to prepare for the winter. Some people better than others. We have no idea.
Say anything.
We have no idea. I guess that was the right intro. Never mind.
We lost him for the night.
Yeah. I'm just going to daydream for you guys talk.
Okay.
Anyway,
how are you, John?
So, yeah. Hi, John. Good to see you. Holy crap. I got on, he says. Yeah. Last week, obviously, he was, he didn't want to see us, and he had something. He probably had a hot date with Mindy or something, and I wanted a glass of wine. And so he made this story up like, I can't get the link to work. And it's like, yeah, right.
After trying to get on, there was no dating Mindy after.
Oh, he's gone.
He's gone. Oh, come back, John. Come back. Oh, my gosh. Well, anyway, so while we're waiting for John to yell at his
watch his phone just died.
Don't forget this is an audio podcast too. So if you like to listen to podcasts on your phone and stuff, just do a search and do RangerRob Country Living Podcast, and it will come up because we're on all kinds of platform. It's the Big J. J is for John. I don't know what he's doing. Let's just sit here and just wait for John.
That's okay.
I guess while I'm doing that, I can get over to the comments. So yeah, John is lost. He's that's because he said "holy crap." That's why he was using bad words.
Oh, that's it. He got into YouTube
jail.
Yeah. Yep. I'm bad shape here. So let me go back over the title again. So some of us have done all kinds of projects and things to get ready to handle this winter stuff. And then some of us have done minimal, which is me and John. Obviously, we're not going to find out anything about John until he gets back on. Or maybe he just decided that glass of wine and going out to dinner with Mindy was like a better idea. But,
yeah.
So we're joking around about our he's
gone now.
He's gone. We're talking about our boars and Art, can you get? I went in. You probably saw in a video today. We went to go visit John and Debbie the other day and got pictures. I really think that Artkin, your boar, is bigger than he was when we first got him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And so anyway, so he's only taken out your fence literally 5 times or so. It ripped out some poles with concrete holding him in the ground and ripped those out. And look, he's back. He's back. He's back.
Long time
now we don't have anything to talk about.
That's all right.
Did your phone die?
No. I had a phone call come in. I silenced the phone call, disappeared from you guys. I don't know if you could hear me, not hear me.
Nope.
No. No, we're just harassing you while we're gone.
I'll tell you what.
Technology is just not in John's ballpark.
Hey, you ain't kidding. You are not kidding me there. I mean, I wish that's the thing that gets so frustrating. And that's why last week when I couldn't get on, I started getting madder. And then Mindy goes, okay, give me your phone. Cause I come in on a phone, right? Give me your phone. And she couldn't do it. by that time it was like, she goes, well, we want to try something else. I go, no, I'm done. I was furious.
I kind of pictured it like that. So it's like,
Yeah, I did
like by the
too.
time, if he did actually get on, he'd be a
I've been
grumpy
trying
butt.
for an hour. I knew
I
he was done.
I was done.
Hey, you would lasted longer than I would have. I would not
Right.
have gone an hour.
Every single time I go to get on this thing, it's a different venue, a route, different stuff. It just never works the same. Like, click. I really need to just get a freaking computer.
Hello.
I mean, it is like Black Friday and stuff. You probably can get a laptop pretty cheap,
I'm sure I could.
but that'd be
Or
no
even
fun.
a tablet. But then you'd
Oh,
have to set it up, John.
I know.
Yeah,
I've
that'd
got like
take him a
6
half a
phones
year.
lined up over here. Mindy goes, I've got this old one. I think we can get you on if that one doesn't work. We got all kinds of got $8,000 worth of stupid iPhones laying over here. Anyway.
I thought I'd do a quick share screen here real quick because the pigs are being really cute. See if you can see them.
Oh, they're cute beating up mama.
Yep. So that's Penny. You probably can't hear the sound. I forgot to turn on the sound, but those little piglets, boy, they just go gung ho for about. Penny's good for about 5 minutes now. Now that they're older, but we're into the zoomies. They're eating hard food already. They're eating from mom whenever mom makes it available, but she's being a pretty good mom, even
Good
though she
deal.
had a bad start. But anyway, so there she is. That one there. I bet you guys can't guess which one we named Oreo. And
You see that first.
Oreo has no balls. We cannot find his balls.
Those they will show when you check out the insides down the road.
Yeah,
Because that's the way I had one pig my first go around that the guy goes, wow, this one only has one ball. That's it. until
she's done.
yeah. And the other one was inside. It's a fluke kind of thing.
Yeah, I was kind of looking at Oreo here. Put my mouse in the right place. I can't see anything protruding just from looking at them, but we are going to catch them again this weekend. We're going to inspect them. And then one of the piglets over here, we only found one and couldn't find. And there was 2 farms. It wasn't just me. We had Lori and Hayes
Hey,
helping us out, and it's like we're all looking at each other going, well, I can't find it. Anyway, so it wasn't just me, but I thought I was losing. I thought, boy. Anyway, but they're doing good though.
Good.
And we got 3 other piglets that we have for feeders. They're in a different pen. They're a little older than these 3, and they're doing great. They're mouthy little buggers. They yell at me, feed me, feed me. That's all they say is feed me. But, yeah. Anyway, so John, let's start with you. This year, coming into winter, and I don't know how severe your winters get. I'm skipping John and Debbie because they're going to make us look really bad. But have you built or installed or done anything new this year to make the winter a little bit easier?
Yeah, John and Debbie already look really, really good. No, not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. You know what? I here's the deal right now. I mean, it's a barren farm almost. I got chickens, for eggs, and cats. I got my barn cats. And that's it. I'm outside of that. I'm bored to death. I got.
are you gonna get some more meat birds?
I am, but I'm not going to get them right now. I'm going to get them, to where I want to make sure that they can be outside. If I factor a 2-month window, I don't want that 2-month window to be, because there are times, between now and, February, March, that we do get snow, and I don't want them to be outside in the
Yeah.
snow. So
Well, you
I
can
am
join
gonna
my club and
get
have
them.
them in the house.
No, not gonna happen. My wife, she loves me and she loves where we are, and she will never allow a bird in the house. So
I don't blame her. I'm not doing it anymore either. I hope.
If your damn pigs deliverer would actually have more timely piglets, you probably would have pigs right now.
no, well, hey, don't stress about that. Don't get me wrong. I'm ready for the pigs when they come in. I've prepped, the paddocks and everything like that. We're all good to go, and everything's all dialed in, and all the hot wires are good, and everything's good and ready. But I haven't had to do anything.
Those that are watching, two of those pigs are John's, by the way. And
there's no pigs in there right now, Rob.
They're in the back. They're sleeping under the heat lamp. They got full tummies.
Oh.
Hey, one other thing I was going to tell you, I was talking to multiple people about, the one that you can't find the nuts, so to speak. And they all have are in consensus that if you don't let them go, say beyond 9 months, it's not going to make any difference whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've heard that too, and I'm not really worried about it.
Ours didn't take until after it was a year.
Yeah, and that's kind of the thing. And as a matter of fact, it might make them grow more and all that kind of. They're going to be probably a little more aggressive. That one baller that we had on the first go around was the more aggressive of all the pigs, but it was delicious.
That's kind of a one baller. I got a one baller, a two baller, and 0 baller.
Yeah.
Price varies.
Oh, been quite the adventure this year. But every time we get on here, before you came in, it's like we're always telling our boar, we got full-size boars. You have stories to tell.
Oh, do we, John? You missed our story.
Wow.
Their Arkin, I was telling her when I was over there a couple days ago, which was on video, he looks bigger since we got him, and since they got him, and he's a monster, and he's even making my Sparky looking. I was for a while there. I'm going. Sparky's about the same size, but now Arkin, I swear, he's grown another 6 inches high. And
wow.
Our gate is 3 foot, and his back is over it.
What was the age when you got him? Do you know?
3.
3 years old?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
The difference is actually being fed better.
Wow.
He's a beast. When he walks, the ground shuffles. Sparky, would happen with Sparky if he didn't have a sore leg, but Arkin is like, I think he's grown a little more, and so he's I think we're talking about him a little bit last, but he's taken out the fence like 5 times. You said.
So we have rounds for the fence poles, and they're seeming it in the ground. He picked 3 of those up like they were nothing, and just pulled them right out of the ground.
And then trashed the other side of the fence. And the log cabin?
Oh God,
toast.
He
disintegrated it. It's like he got in there and he goes, I think he just says, I literally like bowling. Let's see what I'm going to act like a bowling ball and just demolish this thing.
Oh my God.
And that thing made it through 2 years of pigs and nothing ever happened to it. He comes in there and just demolishes the whole thing.
It down to the ground.
Oh. Crazy.
And
that's what happens when your sow goes into heat. Because he hasn't tried to get out or anything since she's been out of heat. But when she was in heat, that pig went crazy. He's a little ass.
We were expecting this week that Desmond, if he caught wind of the girls across the way, that he might just walk through the premier fencing and go visit them. But so far it's been so good. But I almost think one of my pigs may not be in heat, which tells me, did Sparky do his job or not? So we'll see. But Annie is not showing signs of being in heat, and so that's kind of interesting if it's true. So that'll be good news on the farm here.
Annie, the one you put in with Desmond?
Yeah.
Maybe you got her and you didn't see it.
She was running for her life.
How long was Annie in with Desmond?
About 5 minutes.
Maybe a minute.
Average. That's average.
Couple of loops around the pen there, and she started heading for the weak point, and pretty soon she was like tearing out the Premier One, but Desmond. So the other thing I noticed is Desmond didn't follow her out, and so I was telling them, like, yesterday, Desmond took his big water, which are really big, and he tosses it all over the place. So he tossed it over on the fence. So his fence was literally down. And anyway, he had no interest of getting out. And I know it was electrified, but boars are pretty tolerant. And he could have walked over no problem and just had a heyday in the property, but he didn't. He's such a sweetheart. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But anyway, so basically you've done absolutely nothing at your farm.
Well, no, not absolutely nothing. But I mean, I have winter chores that have to happen and stuff like that, but nothing to make the winter easier. I still have a tree trimming seminar in school going on that everybody's invited to. I haven't had much for students, but I got a bunch of trees that I still have to prune, and I did take down.
Way to go, John.
But and then I did take down one tree. It was under total duress, but I did take down one of my apple trees so that Mindy could have a better view out her kitchen window, and it's going to allow us to do a nice back porch or back patio type of thing. So I did take down one of my apple trees, which goes against everything I believe in. But it looks great. And Mindy's very happy.
For it to grow, and you just ripped it out.
Yeah. Yeah. Like Mindy said, she goes, I got a $2,000 garden window that I when I look out at, all I see is freaking apple branches. We had a big apple tree right there in the backyard that was real close, and it did block a bunch of stuff. So we did take that down, and I'm starting to work on the other trees and all that kind of stuff. There's a lot to do. I'm busy. We've been raining so hard over here. I don't know what your guys' weather's been like, but
Some rain.
Yeah, just pouring over here. So I haven't been able to do a whole bunch, but
where I used to live over in Washington.
We've gotten snow.
What's that?
We've gotten snow already.
Yeah, we haven't had that kind of coldness here with rain, but I did see that you guys did get some snow over there. So
yeah,
crazy.
Couple days.
Yeah, we well, you guys are getting like Washington, where I used to live is flooded. But it happens every November. It's a little bit late actually, because typically what happens over in your side or Washington is they'll get like snow, and then it warms up, and then all the rivers flood.
Yep.
And usually it happens in November. That's where you see the pictures of the salmon going down the road and stuff. Anyway, it seemed like it was about a month late this year, but anyway, so that's how poor Washington. They're having a hard time up there. So I imagine it's a little soggy on your side.
Oh yeah, it's wet. I mean, we got standing water and all that. The thing of it is it's weird because the temperatures have been in the mid 60s and just pouring down rain. So, but it's starting to cool. It's starting to cool down again. We're going to get into the cooler weather again, but the rain's also supposed to go away next week as well. So
Yeah, it was getting really cold tonight. And it's like I was out there. I was like, I went through the pig chores really fast. Like my ears are cold.
Yeah,
But,
it's gonna be cold tonight.
yeah. So yeah, I'll go through some of my stuff because the people in the top right hand corner are going to be going on forever. So the only difference is, and the only reason I speeded up a little bit is I had to get another reservoir so I have backup water. And so when the water freezes, I have these reservoirs or garbage cans full of water, and I keep heaters in them. And what you didn't see on the last video, but I said something, but I had a new water heater. And I told on the video, I said, hey, this thing's smoking. After I shut the video off, I had to, because I had to like get control of the situation, but I opened up the lid to that garbage can and it was on fire.
Oh.
It's because I turned it on before it got submerged in the water, I guess. Anyway, I guess you're not supposed to do that. So,
I think it was defected.
I think it was a communist plot from China.
From
There
China.
you go, John.
I was pretty sure that.
Well, that'll get us booted off. Thanks, John.
It's like, oh, this is a CPP thing.
You're going to Facebook jail.
Whatever.
Anyway, so that was, but I did get a new reservoir put in, less a heater because I burn it up. So that helps with my winters when we got, because we were frozen like over a week last week.
Yeah.
And my reservoirs got tapped, and it's like, I need more reservoirs back here. So that was the reason for that. So that's my one thing I've probably done for protection, other than I've got, a couple of new shelters built this year, but I need those shelters not only for winter, but you need it for shade and stuff in the summer. So, and it looks like I'm going to end up building some more, because as you can see, I had little Penny's 3 little pigs. When they get about 7 weeks old, we want to start weaning them from Penny. And I'm trying to where am I going to put them?
That's true.
And so I'm thinking, will they get along with my 3 feeders that are about a month older than they are? Will there be an issue with that? And I'm not sure, and I don't want to take the chance. So I may have to set up a premier paddock for a week or so as I deliver these piglets to you guys. Because I really don't have a home for them. I didn't even think about it. As the time's getting closer, I'm going, uh-oh. And of course, I've got Maggie, our gigantic pig, which is as big as Arkin, next to her, and we can't get her out of the paddock. She won't leave. She's like,
really?
Oh, it's terrible. She's like, I like this paddock. And it's like, I'm not going to have any babies, but I want to stay here. And she just stands there. And it's like, you can't move her. Anyway, so I don't know how we're going to get her out, but otherwise I put the piglets over there. So, and maybe we still will if we can find a way to get Penny to move. She's a big pig.
She's huge.
Big.
Well, if you have to move one little pig.
No, she's going to have 3 because you can't go to John's until after the 8 weeks is when they're weaned, and then a week or 2 after that to make sure they're eating.
You can wean them sooner than that. I can wean them by 6 or 7 weeks. All depends on the babies, but they're all eating hard foods. So
is ours.
So it's not going to affect the date. When 8 weeks comes, John can take them home and they'll be weaned, ready to go.
Yeah.
That's about January 1, right?
Yeah.
Somewhere right around in there.
Oh, it's flexible over here.
How old was Tiny when you guys got Tiny from Rob?
Dinky,
not
he was
Tiny.
over 8 weeks, way over 8 weeks.
Really?
I couldn't even castrate him. I did it again. What's the other word?
That was right.
You got the right word on that.
Yeah. So anyway, we didn't do him until he was like
A month.
5 weeks old or so because he was so tiny. It took that long before I could find anything. And but anyway, he was a piece of cake to take care of. But these pigs I got this year is like, where's your balls? So I got transgender pigs. Okay, my pigs.
You
My
got
pigs
Mindy
are-
laughing, okay?
I have woke pigs, and you're
As
gonna
long
get
as
a
they're
woke
not
pig.
non-binary. And
Yeah, so yeah, they're woke pigs, and that's go with that. So anyway, so as far as winter stuff, we fixed that, and we've been really focused on Central Oregon grown. So I've been talking with John and Debbie and stuff, and customers too, about getting people excited about buying halves and whole pigs next year. So I had to set up the software that can handle that. So now we have halves and wholes. And if I
those
get
prices
early
are pretty
orders,
good, by the way.
what's that?
Those prices are pretty good, by the way, that you're posting on there for
Yeah.
halves and wholes.
Oh,
God,
I know.
want to buy one.
I decided, since we're kind of getting new with the process, I'm going to go with $4 a pound
That's what I
hanging
mean.
weight. And last year I was doing $5.25 a pound, but it seemed to cause some people hardship and stuff.
Mostly
So
you.
Anyway, yeah, I took about a $2,000 hit from that.
That's what I mean.
So anyway, we're going to make it where people can pay a deposit right up front. They can wait it out, and then they'll be won't be charged until we get the final hanging weight, and then we just go into the software and it takes the deposit and minuses it out. And so it makes it a little easier to make payments on your pig, and you're still getting a hot deal, and you're getting exactly the variety of cuts you want. And so anyway, we're kind of excited. So if it goes well and our breeding we can't keep up, that's another thing we're working with J&D Homestead is when Rosie has pigs too, we can sell Rosies through Central Oregon grown, and they're all 100% Idaho pasture pigs. And of course we see their pigs all the time, so we know how they're being raised and stuff. So we got a pretty good deal going, and then we have a backup even beyond that with Lori and Hayes over in Redmond. And so there won't be a lack of pigs if this really takes off. So,
hey Rob, and that's a $4 hanging weight, and then cut and wrap, right? On top of that.
On top of that, yeah. So they'll be charged
super fair. Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, let's say you got I got my old calculator here. Say a 250-pound hanging weight times 4. You're looking at $1,000. So, but you already made a deposit of $400, so that's only $600 when that happens. And that's almost worst case scenario. I had some pigs definitely way out at over 250.
Well, ours was
but I was
315.
But he didn't grow his out as far long as we did. That's why ours was higher.
The only one I came over got over that was Ginger, my last one I did, because she was a year old.
She was over 300 pounds, wasn't she?
She was a big one.
Yeah.
She tastes really good.
Yeah, because your first ones, didn't you process those 6 months? 6 or 7 months?
I think it was 8 months, something like that.
Yeah, so we got 2 months on him. That's why his was lower weight.
Yeah, both Jake and Hulk both came out to about 300.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
And they were only 10 months.
The customers, when they order that, they can say, I want to kind of keep the price or keep the weight like 225 or 200. That no problem. That just means we process at 6 months.
Yeah.
And the customers, just because they order it through Central Oregon Grown doesn't mean that we're not going to get on the phone and talk with them and say, what do you want? How much can you afford? Do you really want to go all out and go 8 months or are you on a budget or whatever, So we want to try to make it good for the community too. So
And your deposit, that's non-refundable?
Nope. Yeah, so not refundable. So if we take the hit and you back out, at least it might come close a little bit to not hurting us as bad.
I was going to say, it's not going to come close to breaking even, but at least it won't kill it. You know, it's not such a hard hit. Those last ones that you had, that was devastating. I'm sure.
Well, that was they canceled while it was in the processor. So it means the bill was there. So I had to pay $700 to cover the processing too. And so when you take the amount of what it cost, anyway, it hurt. It hurt us bad.
Yeah.
But I mean, it didn't hurt us. I mean, Sherry and I can handle that, you know, but the fact is
kind of cut into the budget.
Should never.
Yeah, just shouldn't have ordered it in the first place. But anyway, live and learn, and so we have a little bit of a way of protecting ourselves this time. So anyway, and the software also gives you written information of how the process works and how you're going to be charged. So they're going to get stuff in writing right off the bat. So, anyway, live and learn.
If you're not like John, who is going to have his pigs delivered and have nowhere to put them, we also board them. If you want,
you're not going to have enough room to board between what you got going on. You're raising what, 5 or 6 pigs for
annually? Yeah.
So you could be a full house here pretty quick.
We have room.
Oh yeah. If not, I'll make another pen.
Well, yeah, because you're done with chicken coops. It's time for more pig pens.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, you're done with chicken coops.
All right, so here it
you're
comes,
not
guys.
talking to me.
So John and
how to make a
Debbie
soup.
have been disgusting this year. They've been building things
my
like
God.
crazy, but they definitely were thinking ahead on a lot of stuff. So not only will you tell us what it is, but tell us why you did it and how it's starting to shape up the way you wanted it. So they've done a couple of really nice projects for winter, you know, getting ready for winter. That's making their process, well, they're exceptionally lazy and they don't like to haul water like the rest of us. They don't like to haul feed. And it's like, and constantly say it's so cold out. So I'm also hearing that they're like piping in heat in their barn and everything. So I think the motivation is not only that they're woke like we are, but I think they're exceptionally lazy and wimpy.
Hey, I'll
And
see
so
my beauty sleep.
it's kind of like a Cadillac of raising pigs. So anyhow, so I'll let you guys go ahead and describe some of the things you've been doing this year to make winter a little bit easier.
Well, not only that, but to make the pigs happier.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's a little. I have not heard that statement. I've heard all the other ones, but I have not said. Oh, and the pigs like it. I haven't heard that at all.
And my chickens, because my chickens are in the barn. My meat birds.
They are. Yep.
So anyway, well, you know we ran the water. The water now works perfectly. It's the best thing we ever put in.
It's been tested.
What does that mean? You ran the water. So I run the water too. I have a hose.
A trench dug all the way back to the barn from the house.
And the chickens.
And a spout there, and we put the no freeze spouts on. Put 2 of them in. One at the chicken coop, one down at the barn. Things have more pressure than we have in the house. I mean, these things just shoot out the water.
Well, we've been tested already.
Don't tell Biden, because he'll want you to put a restrictor on him.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, so we got the water situation.
I'll keep my mouth shut on that.
And our heaters work.
Heaters
for the water.
You haven't burned any of them up?
Story, not just what's in your head. You got to tell the whole thing.
What whole thing? You go for it.
His brain goes faster, I think, and he doesn't get it all out.
He's a visionary.
Yeah. So with the water, the freeze spouts that we got, we've been tested already. We've already had freezing weather, and I guess it stops the water at the bottom of it in the ground.
Yeah.
So when we went to use it when everything else was frozen, we still had water.
Yep.
So yeah, really happy about that.
Wow.
And then the water
I was
heater
hauling
that
buckets at the time. Yes, go ahead.
I'm so sorry. So the heaters that he's talking about are the heaters that go in the 55-gallon drums for the pigs. We didn't have that last year, so we were hauling water like Mr. Rob's going to do this year.
Mm-hmm.
And so those ones are both heated, so we don't have to defrost water for them. And the chickens, I got new heaters for all their waters. And when it was freezing, every one of them, except for 2 of them, did not freeze.
Nice.
So no more carrying water. And I think I got the chicken coop where the water won't freeze.
Wow.
And
So,
then
yeah, go ahead.
then we put in curtains for each side of the barn openings for the pigs to go in and out. They're the same thing as you get for like a freezer door facility. They have them curtains that come down that all have all them slits.
Thick plastic.
Yeah.
These things work great.
They've been up for 2 days. So
the pigs haven't tried to tear them out yet.
No.
No, the babies are chewing on it a little bit when we first got them there, but they haven't bothered them since they've been up.
Now the next project is to put my diesel heater that I just got tested and everything. It's going in the barn. But I'm waiting for the exhaust pipe to get in before I drill a hole in the side of the barn.
Yeah, cause you guys have a jacuzzi and big screen TV and stuff already.
Well, that's
in there,
coming.
Right?
That's yeah.
It's not going to happen.
You want the pigs to be comfortable, so yeah. And you bought them all like each pig their own My Pillow.
Oh God, are you kidding me?
Hey, that's
no. None of his stuff's coming around here.
You know, the cotton
So-
on the sheets comes.
I get a direct line to them.
What,
So-
John?
The cotton from their sheets comes from Giza. Those pigs
It's the
would
best
really.
you'll ever have.
Giza
Those pigs
pigs.
would enjoy it.
You could have Giza pigs and I could have woke pigs. So,
Cannot stand that.
so I
guy.
got a question about that heater. So I saw the
Okay.
heater. It's sitting in the back of his truck, and it
No, it's in
looks
the
like
garage.
an adult toy, actually. But anyway, so it's a box, and it's got this big thing poking out of it, which is a blows hot air out. And then it's got another little pipe on the side, was supposed to be
The
exhaust. So my question is says in his diesel, I go, but it didn't look like it had an engine in it. So how does this thing work?
It's a turbine.
It's a turbine.
Basically the same thing on a jet, except it's blowing out that little tube.
What makes it turn? Is there a motor in it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it has to be a motor and a fan.
And then it has
So-
jets that spray in the right amount of fuel and sprays it across the glow plug and just spins that fan as fast as it'll go.
So that's probably just 120 volt plug in.
Nope. Hooks up to the battery.
Really? Wow.
Yep,
Yeah.
just the battery, and that thing will just zing along.
And one tank of gas lasts, what did it say, 8 hours?
No, 14 hours.
14 hours.
Wow.
So how big is a tank of gas?
1 gallon, 1.3 gallons.
And where did you order this thing from?
Amazon.
Is there anything other than Amazon?
I was
No.
gonna say like Pigs R Us or something.
Wow.
It's a Ventor. I think that's it.
Yeah,
Ventor.
Ventor.
But they're really nice. I was impressed once I plugged it in. That thing got so hot I couldn't keep my hand in front of it.
I was impressed because it's so quiet.
Oh yeah.
You know, most generators you can hear them. You hardly hear this thing at all.
Yeah,
I was
so
really surprised.
does it have an automatic start, or do you have to manually light it or anything?
It's
It
got a
has
remote.
a remote, and you can also hook it to your phone.
And the dumb thing talks to you. What did it say when you turned it off? Thank you for using me or something like that. I was on the porch. I go, did that just talk to you? Yeah,
These are for pigs, John. Yeah.
Anyways,
So,
I think it'll work out well because we don't want it on in there. Just when it's freezing, we want to have. So when we have babies again and it's 15 degrees, we don't lose a bunch. Is the purpose of it.
Which hopefully doesn't happen with your next batch.
No. Well, we didn't have a choice when she had him this time.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's not going to happen again. We'll make sure.
I think both of us got caught. Well, we kind of knew it was coming, but the weather changed right at the time that all of our piglets were due, and I think we suffered the consequences a little bit. So I know I learned a little bit.
We really didn't know when she was going to be due because the dates were so far apart from the person that we got them from that it was like almost a month off.
Yeah, anywhere from May to July.
Yeah. July 22nd. And she had it in November.
Yep.
So yeah, it was a big difference there. So we had no clue. And being first time parents, yeah, we had no idea.
Yeah. So in your barn, since this thing is heated now and it's got fancy water things and cool, are you putting like any automated massagers or anything there for your pigs? Or
hey, that's a project for next year. We were wondering what we were going to do.
Yeah, see, I was going to get my pigs heated spandex, but I can't find one to fit Maggie.
Yeah.
extra large. And
then and I even went to Walmart.
But you didn't go in your jammies with your butt crack hanging out, did you?
Oh, that's what I missed. That's what I did wrong.
I'm telling you. Gotta have your belly and your butt crack out.
I mean, I thought I was, I was like, I have woke pigs. I thought I was qualified for going to Walmart now, but guess not. So I was telling John and Debbie, like, I ordered fencing and stuff to set up 2 fencings. I think I might have told the story last week, but when we tried to put Desmond in with our gilt Annie, all hell broke loose. So anyway, so we're building 2 paddocks side by side out of steel and heavier poles and electric, and trying to get our herds introduced to each other a little bit. I'm sure once it's, even if I blend them after that, I'm sure it'll be a little bit of chase. But this time Annie can't go through the fence. She's going to be like hitting concrete walls. So you got to let the pigs are going to have tizzies, and you got to kind of grit your teeth. But I think you'll bring it down a level.
I
think once you get them nose to nose, through the fence, I think everything will be fine.
They can see and smell each other. That's all that matters.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And I'm getting really tired every morning, freezing temperatures, getting out there and putting lipstick on my pigs. It just sucks. I mean, I'm shaking so much.
It really sucks because it didn't work.
I know. So I'm trying to put lipstick on the pigs, and I've been putting Old Spice on the boars, and it's not working. And
maybe you should put some perfume on the ladies.
You forgot the wine.
Wine?
Yeah, you got a wine
and strawberries.
Oh, well, I'm out of strawberries, but otherwise, anyway, it's been hard, and it's when it's cold, it's really hard to do the lipstick. But
And you wouldn't have them do anything that you wouldn't do yourself. So you let them know.
Yeah, that's right. Because
Actually,
I'm woke.
probably
We're
just
woke
needs
over
to-
here.
You should just go out there and tell them what the birds and the
That's
bees.
new advertising I'm going to put on my Central Oregon Grown. Our pigs are woke. I'm not sure how that would look like, but anyway, sounds good. I think I could probably make some TikToks out of that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Oh shoot! So, what are you done with all these pampering products that you're doing for the pigs, or is there a couple more things coming up?
I still got to put in the electric fence, electric fencing around Arkins, definitely.
Two strands.
Yeah, two
And we
strands,
got
Good.
the wide, what is that called?
the horse one.
Yeah, it's basically for horses. It's a wider strip. And we're putting two, one on the bottom and one above it, about where his face is.
Yeah. That's what I did on mine. I have two paddocks. It's like a big rectangle with a fence down the middle. The fence, I electrified all of the perimeter, but the fence down the middle I never did electrify. In my last batch, old Benny and Jojo that I got from Rob, they realized that middle fence was non-electrified, and they would go in and out of that fence like it wasn't even there.
Mm-hmm.
But the perimeter fence, I never had an issue whatsoever. My first batch, I put up. I mean, it was good hog fencing, and T-posts were close, and everything was. I mean, it was heavy duty, and they went through it like if they wanted out, they were going out. It didn't matter. So
Yeah, it's like Ardkin. I know they're Ardkin, and also my Desmond. If Desmond catches wind of my 3 sows this week, he's just going to go the hell with the fence. He'll just walk right through the premier fencing.
yeah,
I'm curious on what he's going to do.
yeah, he will do that regardless, and he'll also do that if he sees you putting on the lipstick.
Yeah,
Yeah. And that Old Spice will draw him right in.
He'll run away from me when I'm holding that bottle of Old Spice. Get away
run away from you. He'll be running to you.
So he's gonna start thinking, why did I get moved to this farm? This guy's kind of nuts.
He's gonna go look over there and go, "You're looking good in them jeans."
It's a real bummer trying to put stretch pants on the pig, though. That's a hard part.
All Rob's pigs have skinny jeans on.
You darn right. My breeding program, I'm getting desperate over here.
You can tell when you're getting desperate when they start putting on the skinny jeans.
And the lipstick.
Because I put ads, I was like, I need a new boar for a farm. And I'm saying, I need one that looks like Tom Jones. And so that's where the Washington farm kicked in. He says, "Oh, we got a definitely nice pig for you." And, so that's how I got Desmond. He's a hunk of burning love. A little bit too much for my girls right now, though. I mean, you should have seen that. You should have been there. That's one of those things. Like when Andy says, "What is that coming towards me?" and all of a sudden, and Desmond's like, "Yay, baby!" She was running for her life.
Freight train.
And he was just lonely.
Yeah.
Yeah. His equipment's working. He's ready. So.
Yeah. So other than the electric fence and the heater, I think that's it for the rest of the year.
You got to
Sure.
go
Next spring.
And
Moving the birds.
yeah, we're gonna move the birds. They're grown out of their area.
Why are you moving? Which ones are you moving?
the meat birds.
The
We're
ones
gonna
that are in
take
the
those
barn?
ones up.
Yeah,
They
We're
get
gonna
Why-
put them in the
they're running out of room.
yeah.
Oh,
So we're
Even
gonna,
though that's a big space for birds, with 25 of them in there, that they're growing fast now.
yeah,
This
we
is
got
their fast stage.
an open coop right now. So
So the only
d-
other thing that I think I have to do is, we were talking about turkeys again, and I think I figured it out. Still working on it, but I think we figured out to keep the cost down. And so I'm going to turn my garden area into the turkey place,
yeah.
because where the garden is, 2 years in a row, it didn't do well at all. So I'm moving it elsewhere on the property, and I'm going to turn that whole, since it's all fenced in and everything already. And I do have a greenhouse out there that I'm going to use for their home, which they never use the house. They always sleep outside. So I'm going to turn that into turkey, and I think we're going to do a little bit more turkey this next year.
Yeah, she calls me up. She goes, "You think your customers like turkeys?" Is like right now it's like $10 a bird, and basically my cost would be 20. But so it's $30 a bird, and it's like, you don't want any profit, do you, Rob? It's like, oh,
I did not say that.
no, actually, it's
oh
more
yeah,
than
I
$10
that's
per.
what I want to do is have turkeys I can lose money on. Just bring them on.
Well, I was losing money. I thought you wanted to be my friend.
Yeah, or lose together. Anyway,
How
but-
were those turkeys? Did you guys have them Thanksgiving? How were they?
They
Oh,
were
good.
good.
They were good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm
Yep.
thinking I'm going to do 10 of them this next year.
What if Central Oregon grown orders more than 10?
Well, I need to know ahead of time. It takes time to grow them out.
Yeah.
And you can only get them one time a year. Because
Which
then
is
I think it's
You
this,
can get them
this
now. It just
this
costs.
is part of the communication process.
Okay. So you need to let me know how many you want.
What and you guys know what your numbers are?
I'm pretty close to it, but it's going to be like $25 a bird.
Yeah.
Which is a deal.
Well, it is
Yeah,
right now because you go in the stores and it's typically over $2 a pound. But what happens when the
it's way
holidays
over that
come and they
now.
No,
start
it's
doing
not.
the $1.69 a pound crap?
$1.69 or $1.68 at Walmart.
The thing of it is, though, is the birds that you raise and the birds that they sell are not the same.
Oh,
No,
definitely.
they're not.
You know, and it's until somebody realizes that, that you can go, you buy a good meat bird from somebody who's raised a meat bird, like for the ones that I have, the ones I have, I can buy chicken cheaper in the store easily. I can't buy better chicken in the store
Yeah, the
at
taste.
all.
Yeah, the
like
taste.
a 20. I got my calculator going today. So a 20-pound turkey at the $1.69 is still looking at $33.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I was seeing at the store.
And so
Yeah.
as rounding numbers off, I went by 10, buying 10 turkeys. When I talked to you, Rob, I found that the only thing I could find was between $9 and $10 a bird.
Yeah.
I found another site that it was 7 for the turkeys a piece. But even at $10 a piece, I came out to be like $2.80 because I did some research, and instead of buying layer food for them, they
Yeah.
can live just on cracked corn, which is a hell of a lot cheaper than bird feed. Because we get 50 pounds? It was 16 for cracked corn for 50 pounds. Where layer feed, I think, was 21. So there's a little bit of savings there. But at the end, doing it with the 10 birds at $10 a piece, it comes out to be $2.80 for 10 birds to grow them out. Because before, when we were doing it for the other price, or no, it was 3. What did I? I'll get back to you. I forget.
It was 320.
It was, yeah. Well,
All I know is I'm spending more money on my lipstick for the pigs than you guys are spending.
go to Avon.
Yeah. Do you know how much lipstick it takes to put on a pig?
No, and I'm not gonna find
Oh,
out
I
unless you tell me.
We also finished the processing building. Forgot
Oh,
to mention that.
Oh yeah.
For doing our chickens. Now we don't have to stand out in the cold and get it done. We got a nice building, and I still got to stand out in the cold, but
It's getting
it
kind
gets
of
to be all
cushy
nice
over
and
there.
warm while she's taking them guts out.
that's right. That's what's important.
I mean, I'm out there freezing my ass off every day, doing buckets, stuff, and those guys are just like, ooh, I'm a little cold. Let's go in. Turn on the heater in the barn.
That's right. Remote control, even, Rob, so we can have it warm
Yeah.
before we get out there.
Yeah,
My
it's
chicken
pitiful.
are going to have
It's
it
just
next.
freaking sad. So, of course, I contacted Jack Kennedy, who dug their trench, had him come out and do an estimate for me. Like, I think I need a trench dug out to the main fields in the back so I can have at least a faucet out there that doesn't freeze. So, and after I spend the $1,300 for the fencing I can't seem to get from Wilco, Jack actually gave me a pretty good quote. So I may take a look at it and have him get that dug out.
Yeah,
But I've
I
got
think
so many pipes in my yard now. It's going to take them half a day just to get through the first part of the property, just get by all of the hose systems and the electrical system in here.
Yeah, I think you're going just a bit farther than what we did.
Yeah, but there might be some
Well, if
trading
you-
going on.
Yeah, but if you just go up to the fence where the fence is, that would be fine because it's still
yeah,
out
it's
there by
going-
the pigs.
Well, it's going to go out there and then it's going to turn 90 degrees and go about the same distance again, but there's no obstacles. But there is a little bartering going on. So that's why my numbers were good.
Ah,
Somebody's interested in my tractor equipment in the back that's sitting there rusting away.
Dang.
Like, yeah, so it was good, pretty good trade going on here. So I just got to be brave enough because when he starts digging, it's going to be a nightmare. We're 2 minutes already. Wow.
yep.
Wow.
Huh.
Yep.
Anyway, so guys, winter's here. A lot of us have been preparing. The guys in the top corner there, they've just been dumping money like crazy. They're rich. I've got my full budgets on Old Spice and lipstick for my breeding program. So yeah, it's a tough year this year. But
Oh, they went down.
There we went. Now he's back.
yeah, how'd you do that? So anyway, guys, it is getting to the end of the show here. I want to thank everybody for watching. I noticed our numbers actually are doing better after a live show. Anyway, we appreciate those that get to watch the live show, but a lot of people have been watching the show after it's over and stuff. And please leave comments, say hello, tell us where you're from and stuff like that. And you have any comments or anything you'd like us to talk about in the future, just let us know. I think the thing is we're real people, just like you. And some of us are into this deep and some of us are into it lightly and stuff, but we can all share with one another and learn something from each other, like how to put the lipstick on just right on your pigs. So anyway, guys, I want to thank everybody for watching. Tell me how you put lipstick on your pigs. Oh my gosh. And is there an easier way to put spandex on a pig? That's the other part. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you guys all next week. Bye.
Hi, everyone.
Graphic.
Yes. Graphic.
Country living